And welcome back. The House of Self provides a supportive and empowering space for women to embark on healing journeys, offering coaching programs designed to break self doubt, as well as overcome fear and cultivate self love. Our next guest has dedicated her life to helping women rise above limiting beliefs, as well as embracing their worth and create lives aligned with their purpose. Joining me now is the mindset coach and founder of the House of Self, Monique Cabrera. Monique, glad to have you.
Thank you. That might be the best intro I ever received. Thank you.
Well, there you go. We try to do things right around here. Glad to have you.
Thank you for having me.
When we talk about empowering women, obviously, and empowering millennials, I know that that's a passion for you as well. So talk to me and share a little bit about your drive and your passion for this.
So my passion, I always say God turned my pain into passion, and that's literally where the House of Self came from. I the House of Self was literally built on my own back through my own struggles and my own journey through life. And there was a point that I was stuck. And once I figured out how to get out of being in that stuck mentality, because it's a mentality, I had this passion to just help other women achieve the same thing. Because when we're stuck in that space of feeling stagnant or not knowing what's next, it's easy to get comfortable, as uncomfortable as it may be. So I just wanted to provide a safe space for women that they can take this journey without having a mask on, showing up authentically, and really taking control of the narrative and rewriting their story to allow them to live their, as cliche as it sounds, best life.
Right. Well, you do coaching. You have a variety of different programs. Let's talk about the coaching component. When women and those come to your door, what are some of the common trends that you're finding amongst people who are coming?
A lot of it stems from childhood trauma.
Hmm.
Um, not connecting what we've been through to how we interact now as adults. So that's been the main thing. A lot of emotional trauma and then there's been a lot of women who are just bored with however they're living and want a new narrative, or they want to change and they don't know how to change because they're perceived as whoever they've been for so long that they're afraid to step out and change.
So you have a 12-week coaching program. If we are taking an insider's view, how does the 12-week program play out?
So it's built to whoever the client is. So it's customed to how whatever they want to overcome. And I call it reclaim because you can reclaim whatever it is. Some women want to reclaim their pain, their purpose, their time, their love for themselves. So it really just depends on what they're looking to work on. And then I tailor a coaching just for them. It's very intimate. We set intentions. We have a roadmap with milestones on to show that they're achieving their goals. It's easy to sign someone up for 12 weeks and then run through it and then they not see the progress. So every 2 weeks we have milestones that the client, I say we because we're working at it together, that we are achieving towards. And in that 2 weeks we scale it to see if we have achieved it. And if not, then we just rework the roadmap because we need to take a detour. And that's fine. And I leave room for grace because I don't want them to expect that in the second week or fourth week or 10th week that just because we haven't met the check mark that we're failing, because there's no such thing. Healing is not a straight road. It's curves and everything else, and that's expected. So I have that planned into the coaching, as well as my own my own experience that kind of allows my clients to feel more relatable versus a textbook scenario.
So you have this self-love revival boot camp.
My favorite.
Uh,
That's my favorite. It started as a 7-day email challenge that just went through the basic steps of how to revive your self love. Because, like anything else, you know, it may not always be the focus. So for those that feel like they may need a refresher, I started that. It went really well. So I turned it into a 7-day paced boot camp where you can just do it on your own time. It's not even 7 days, actually. The boot camp is as long as you take. It's self paced, but it just like a reset for people that feel like they need to love on themselves a little bit.
Vulnerability is really critical, and I think when you have these conversations with women, being able to share and share freely,
Yeah.
obviously is going to be a key difference maker if you're looking to have a positive outcome. Um, in this environment that we're living in, are you finding that more and more people are becoming vocal, or are they becoming shy?
You know what? I think initially people start off very shy, and then as it's a vulnerable space, in order for you to really, and I always say this, you get out of coaching what you put into it. I can provide the tools, but if you're not vulnerable and allow me into that space, it's going to be hard. So I feel like once we get past the initial onboarding and setting intentions, then women are more likely to become vulnerable.
And for yourself, what has been the highlight of all the work that you've been doing so far since you decided to launch out on your own?
Seeing women win and heal and come out on the other side. For me, I always love when I get a message saying, whatever the tools that you taught me worked, or I'm implementing so and so and it's benefiting me, or I stepped out of my comfort zone because of the tools you provided. That to me is the ultimate reward.
Monique, you talk a little bit about the work that goes into this, and reaching your pivot point as well, and being able to do that, finding your own voice. Sh- Share with me a little bit about that safe space, because I think that's also very, crucial in that. As a person finds their own voice, there is this also need for a person to to find a safe space for them, possibly even to find their voice or to, go from wherever. Um,
Absolutely.
so, from your perspective, the work that you're doing and how that's a safe space.
So it's funny because I didn't have a safe space when I was going through my own journey. My journaling was my safe space, and that's kind of how I found my voice again. So to be able to provide that for these women where they can just take off the mask that we wear every day, a mom, a sister, whatever it is, and just to truly be present with yourself in whatever vulnerable state that looks like. It first of all, it takes a lot. And the safe space, I feel like, gives women the space to feel like they can grow, like they can show up as themselves, and they don't have to have this filter that they wear for work or when they're interacting with their day-to-day people, where they can just show up, and if they want to cry, cry, if they want to scream, scream, but just that space to be vulnerable and true to who you are. And the more time we spend in those spaces, I feel like that's honestly where you find the voice, because then you're like, oh, I can share this. Oh, there is no judgment, or whatever it is that they're feeling at the moment. And then I noticed that as it's a buildup. As they start to feel vulnerable, as they start to share, then it's like the floodgates open and then everything comes out. And that's where the real work comes in. Because once the floodgates open and we can really tap into who, what, where, and how you became who you are, then I'm able to do the work that I do. But the safe space to me is the number one priority, because if you don't feel safe, you're not going to share.
Right.
And that was my thing. I never had it, so I didn't share with anybody.
Yeah. Well, one of the things you do share is a VIP weekend, and I think that's it's called
Absolutely.
a self love weekend.
Yes. I have a love for travel, and I wanted to figure most of my healing was done solo traveling. So I wanted to build that into my coaching, and it's a 3-day intensive one-on-one retreat where the client and I go to any place of their choice, and we do all the self-love work, the workshops, the journaling, the sessions. Everything happens on a beach if you want, in the mountains if you want, wherever you want. Um, and it doesn't feel as so much as like work for them. It's more like a retreat.
And for yourself, obviously, so many things that you're engaged in terms of the programmatic component. But what's that feeling like for you, helping somebody actually be able to come out of this, to come out of their shell, to find their voice, to be able to turn this around? I mean, it's got to be a rewarding experience.
Absolutely. It literally fills my cup. We had an event this past weekend and someone asked me the same question, how do you feel? And it was fulfilled. Just to know that there was gems taken away, or that someone's life changed for the better because they went through my coaching process, is enough for me. I'm like over the moon. I'm over the moon with it.
And people who want to get in touch, find out more about it.
You can go to my website, www.thehouseofself.com. On Instagram, all platforms, we are at the House of Self, and or Mo Lovin, which is my personal, which I also share a lot there. Either one I am available on.
All right. Well, Monique, I want to thank you so much for being with us, and congratulations for the great work that you're doing, and certainly
Thank you, thank you.
continue to do what you're doing, making an impact in the lives of so many millennials and women. Monique Cabrera, mindset coach and founder of the House of Self. Thank you for being with us.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Glad to have you. Listen, for more information, I want you to visit the website at thehouseofself.com. Don't go anywhere. We got more open coming up right after this.